A woman wakes up in a forest, confronted by a strange sight. People performing a ritual to resurrect a witch who has just risen. Later, while bathing, the woman is suddenly grabbed by ghostly hands from beneath the water, pulling her back into the past. There, she discovers that she was once a descendant of a witch, brutally persecuted by Bishop Grogan and the villagers. Their cruelty filled her with hatred, and before her death, she vowed revenge, not just on them, but on their descendants. That curse has continued to this day. Bishop Grogan was eventually captured by the South Dragon sect. The witch planned to exact her revenge through a cursed object she created, the pendulous Wicca board. But before her vengeance could be fulfilled, the church's soldiers stormed the sect's hideout and massacred everyone, including the witch herself. Now, the cursed object, the pendulous Wicca board, sits in a museum of ancient artifacts. But two thieves break in, attempting to steal it. One of them becomes obsessed with the board, while the other wants to grab something else. Their disagreement turns violent, leaving only one alive. The survivor kills two guards but manages to escape. Meanwhile, a group of friends is out in the forest collecting mushrooms for the grand opening of Christian's restaurant, which he's running with his girlfriend, Emily. While foraging, Emily stumbles upon a strange red mushroom. Suddenly, a cat startles her, leading her deeper into the woods. Following the cat, she discovers a bag containing the pendulous Wicca board. Convinced it's an antique piece that would look great in their restaurant, Emily persuades Christian to take it with them. The thief who tried to steal the board reports back to Alexander, a descendant of Bishop Grogan, explaining that his partner vanished with the artifact. Upon hearing this, Alexander sacrifices the thief's life, spilling his blood as an offering. That evening, Christian hosts a party to celebrate the restaurant's opening. Richie, one of the staff, notices the chimney is blocked, possibly by something lodged inside. Everyone's attention shifts to a particular guest, Brooke Mangan, Christian's ex. Richie flirts with her, while Emily also bonds with Brooke.
I'm glad you found your soulmate. I heard you just got out of rehab.
Curious, Emily shows her the strange object she found earlier. Brooke instantly recognizes it. The pendulous Wicca board, over 100 years old, once used to summon spirits and cast spells. Brooke explains how it works. Emily only needs to suspend an object above the board, ask a question, and the board will guide the answer. Suddenly, a charred crow bursts out of the chimney, shocking everyone.
That thing is jinxed, man.
The next morning, Emily sees a news report about an artifact, identical to the one she found, being stolen from the museum. It was said to once serve as a bridge to the spiritual realm. Inside the bag, Emily discovers an additional piece of the set, a pendant shaped like a human skeletal hand. She tries the ritual again, this time asking about a ring she had long lost. At the restaurant, Richie grows uneasy, sensing something is wrong. But it turns out to be nothing more than a cat roaming about. The board initially points east, but then shifts towards the hand symbol. In the kitchen, Richie is overwhelmed by orders when the slicing machine suddenly activates on its own. He slips on oil, and in a gruesome accident, his hand is severed by the blade. Christian and his friend Zach rush to stop the bleeding. Christian tries to retrieve Richie's severed hand, but a cat grabs it and runs away. Chasing after it, Christian finds nothing outside. Emily arrives, thrilled to show Christian that the lost ring has reappeared, only to be interrupted by Zach's screams. Richie has bled to death. Everyone is devastated. Emily withdraws in grief, but a man named Jesse approaches her. Christian, noticing Jesse, someone from Emily's troubled past, lashes out and drives him away. That night, a stray cat appears at Emily's home. She insists on adopting it. Christian reluctantly agrees. Later, while browsing online, Emily digs deeper into the history of the pendulous Wicca board. That night, the board stirs again. Emily dreams of disturbing visions, a cat emerging from the corpse of the thief, shadowy hands grabbing at her. She wakes to find the artifact beside her bed. Determined to be rid of it, Christian suggests returning the board to the museum. The next morning, he consults Brooke, who recommends taking it to someone more knowledgeable. But before that can happen, the board reacts once more. While Emily showers, the bathroom door locks by itself, the water turns scalding hot, and black liquid seeps from the drain. Something grabs her legs, pulling her under. She has another vision. A beautiful ancestor of hers accused of witchcraft by Bishop Grogan, who lusted after her beauty. When she rejected him, he condemned her to death by stoning and burning. Before dying, the ancestor cursed them all. Emily awakens, realizing she just witnessed the memories of her bloodline. Christian and Brooke finally meet Alexander, who poses as a spiritual expert. Using hypnosis, he manipulates Christian's mind, making him relive memories with Brooke.
Ritual murder. Could that be the same board?
Oh, I doubt it.
He then tells them a story. In the 1600s, a French village was found slaughtered, men, women, and children alike. It wasn't an outside attack. The villagers had killed each other. The cause? A woman so enchanting, she was branded a witch. Through the pendulous Witchboard, she drove the entire village to madness and bloodshed. Later that night, Christian returns home, where Emily greets him warmly. They share an intimate evening. But elsewhere, Jesse, high on drugs, is attacked by the witch's cat and killed. Emily briefly transforms into the witch, losing control of herself. Earlier that day, Jesse had harassed Emily over the phone, tempting her with drugs, and in her anger, she had used the board against him. Disturbed by what's happening, Christian and Emily return to Alexander, who proposes a banishment ritual. As Emily focuses, Bishop Grogan appears in a vision, presenting the board to the witch. She uses it to escape, trading souls with another. The ritual is complete. Now Emily appears happier, but Christian senses something wrong. Unbeknownst to him, Alexander orchestrated a soul exchange. Emily is trapped in the past, while the witch inhabits her body. In the 1600s, Emily, unable to communicate in English, finds herself mistaken for the witch about to be executed by burning. Meanwhile, in the present, the witch, inside Emily's body, searches for red mushrooms, as foretold by legend, and prepares a feast for the restaurant's opening.
For the Jean-Jean? Wow. They do smell amazing.
Dressed elegantly, she charms the guests, including a food critic. Alexander attends as well. During the dinner, the witch serves dishes infused with the cursed red mushrooms. Guests become dizzy, emotional, and violent. Knives are handed out at each table. The final course, a severed human hand, horrifies everyone. The pendulous Witchboard stirs again, pointing toward the skull symbol. Chaos erupts. Guests turn on each other, possessed by rage. The witch chants incantations, while Brooke and Alexander slip away. Christian tries to follow, but is stopped by the crazed food critic. He fights back, only to be mistaken by arriving police as the culprit. On the run, Christian narrowly escapes thanks to Brooke, who drives him away. They head to Alexander's mansion, but Christian is betrayed, knocked unconscious, and tied to a chair. Alexander reveals his true plan. The witch must exact her revenge so she can be reborn. Emily, trapped in the past, is being paraded by villagers to be burned alive. Christian learns the horrifying truth. Emily is not just a victim. She's a descendant of the South Dragon sect, tied by blood to the witch. In Emily's body, the witch seduces Christian, but he realizes the truth when he sees visions of Emily in the witch's original body, being burned at the stake. Alexander, believing himself the rightful heir of the sect, tries to control the witch. But she sees him as Bishop Grogan reborn and turns her fury on him. Christian throws the pendulous Witchboard into the fire. The artifact burns, and Emily's soul begins to return to her body. Flames engulf the witch, but she resists. Bishop Grogan himself emerges with a sword, only to be consumed by the same fire. Alexander shoots Christian and grabs the artifact, but his hands catch fire. Christian, bleeding out, hurls alcohol at him, igniting Alexander completely. Emily, regaining her strength, finishes him off with a gunshot. The nightmare ends. Alexander's mansion burns to the ground.
Grazie, monsieur.